She pointedly ignores you.
How fares the hunt, my friend?
He smiles brightly and pulls you in for a short, if warm, embrace.
You've done me proud, Godwoken. I know how twisted the paths can get. how much more but you know it's the darkest road. The nature of my lesson, though, might be somewhat different from what you expect. All life, after all, sustains itself by consumption. Like the grass feeds the herd.
He waves a hand to the cage in demonstration.
The very same. For the sum of source that flows through their festering flesh is more than enough. Through demise, a chance of divinity. Then let us...
Jahan's incantations befog your mind. All of you is thumping blood, pumping, then all you hear, then all that is screaming. From the cage to you. Silence.
That is all. Their suns have set to serve a greater dawn. You are very powerful already. A master of the source. But I did...
He hands you a book, hot to the touch, a sparkle with source.
My pleasure. And now that the lesson has ended, there is, you see, the demon, you might say the advocate compared to his master, like the pussycat compares to the self-same tiger, I suspect. Now don't you worry. I have no intention of sending you after. The one thing I would like you to do for me, though, is to return through the mist. A demon's true name is its... But such dark magic was wrought upon Blood Moon Island that is when its name must have... Over there, among the blood, in the darkness of the ruins, return to the... It is a dark thing to contemplate a demon's true, but such that over the return.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped.
Buying or selling? Capital. Good luck to you.
Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Much business today?
Hear ye! Hear ye! We just execute 2 noblemen for insubordination!
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. I'll be by soon enough.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Divine order to march against the ancient empire! Bishop Alexander was slain by Seekers. Culprits still at large.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Oh, don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
We Justinia executes 2 noblemen for insubordination! against the ancient empire! Hear ye! Hear ye! Bishop Alexander was slain by Seekers! Culprits still at large!
Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right, as long as I don't complain too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Queen Justinia executes 24 noblemen for insubordination!
Much business today? Not much. People don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude. Well, keep steady. People still need potions. We'll be by soon enough.
March against the ancient empire!
Could be worse, you know.
Hard to see how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
Buying or selling? Capital. Good luck to you.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, dwarf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Ah.
Justinia executes 24
You're safe among friends. Never forget. Got word from the factory that another boat went down. Things ain't looking good.
Yeah. You suppose the Madisons will get rid of the Void Woken anytime soon?
Divine order to
Doubt it. Now they've got that hellacious general in charge. What do they call her? The Axe?
The hammer.
You have a duty. Gather more sauce and...
As you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, as the world fades away, you lose all...
My champion, you've come not a moment too soon. It's here. Even here. We must hurry now. We must race towards the well with all the determination of the eagle diving for its prey. Your prey lies on a far-off shore, at the heart of the nameless isle.
He places a hand over your heart, and you suddenly feel it, an unmistakable pull in a new and distant direction.
The battle for Divinity is about to begin in earnest. The other gods and their chosen will try to outflank us, but I will be with you. The void will be overcome. The end is not...
You jolt back to the world, stumbling forward. Dark smoke surrounds you, hanging in the air like black fog. The Meister's cry cuts through the haze. You look... Your god told you there can be only one. He said you'll eventually need to turn on each other.
I've use for neither gods nor men. I myself am the island that is my destination. You
Like I'd ever listen to some spook at the peril of my...
A girl's best friend is her needle. But I'll stick by you as long as you continue to uphold your particular brand of useful.
It seems to be the code to a safe. Better hang on to this.
The Meister's back. The Meister, she doesn't feel like playing.
Red Prince, I am the one who has been hunting you, but you cling to life all... We must speak of the reason for your expulsion from the ancient Empire. Find me on the Nameless Isle at the Temple of Zor Stissa. In the presence of the goddess, let war...
Oh, hey. Part 1 done. Now, I just need to find the name of the demon and maybe this could all finally be over. What, this old gaggle of weirdos? He's got the thing, you know? Some people see the world as it presents itself. Other people see it as it really is. Jahan's one of those. Oh, she's all right. A lot of bark, but I think she really cares about what we're doing. Better that than a sweetheart who'd sooner watch you walk off. My kind of salty old crank. She certainly... I don't know about home, but I do sort of... When you have people like that around you, you know,
was it never used? Odd old thing, isn't it?
The Great Forge is black with a sort of... The Great Forge is black.
Nice, I guess. Wonder what makes it useful. Black Ring. Was it the death fog that got them, or something else?
Speak.
Go ahead.
His eyes attest to a desperation. He seems restless, angry, on the cusp.
Finally, I found her. It's unthinkable, unbearable. To know she's in the hands of such villains. She's gone, damn you! Just let me.
He closes his eyes and begins to chant an old mantra.
There. Much better. What you don't realize, tell me. Have you ever been in love? Too many, unfortunately. Suffice to say, I am in love. In such a way that is the very core of my empire and my throne. Divinity itself, but above all, above any of them, I cherish her. Yes, you must know she is my deepest desire. To see her taken away from me now, words that mend. I will scour this world in search of Satyr, and if by mortal means she eludes me, I will take Divinity.
Stand back! Not a foot on these stairs. I know you for what you are. A mere mouthpiece of deception. It is of no use. The advocate knows the tree belongs to the ring. Oh, I can measure the vile depths of your... You lie. You lie. You lie. Steady as the heart. You lie. Bah! Most vulgar, most blood among blood.
So many dead.
cornered.
What's up, Chief?
Be grateful that you don't feel the need.
Screams and screams, and the tree, the tree, the tree, the tree's the girl, and the girl's the tree.
What's this? I found something.
The elements have made it impossible to make out the name upon this grave marker. This grave marker is old. Whatever name was once carved upon it is no longer legible. The statue is a striking, even stranger. A shard of polished iron peeks from under the statue's base. There's some... Even a triple-sized troll couldn't make the statue budge. The statue is even strange. Even a triple... The flaming figure emits no heat. Even a triple side. The flaming figure emits no heat. Even a triple. The spirit of a black-ringed weaver looks down at his corpse in dismay.
You're not one of those blood things. Who are... You look the part, I suppose. We had orders to take the island at any cost. We had spells, they didn't work. Me and some others just barely made it. Orders. We were told one of my comrades used source magic.
The spirit looks around with wild panic, clawing.
The demon feeds. The demon feeds from the demon protects. The demon has an advocate. The demon has a secret. We must know the...
The tree's spirit embraces its putrid host, an ancestor lost to the same...
Qui manducad omnio murdus ects, it quod potest et nin ect me.
Your hand passes through the spirit to rest against the bark of your corrupted kin. Yet there is nothing to divine but rough bark and swollen pustules. You cannot say which elf spirit inhabits this tree.
It spiredit to tiraca quaechil.
It's be ready to...
The spirit of a black-ringed defiler. She turns and shouts to unseen comrades.
Go, find the druid. We need to find out what he knows.
She turns back and cleaves her sword through the air.
The howling. How can you bear?
The spirit cocks his head and covers his ears, hoping to muffle screams that only he...
The ancestor tree. The screams came to me on the wind, though I am not sure the devil's breath that perturbs the air here can rightly be called wind. But a druid, there are too few of us. Well, yes. I have kept my ears to the ground, ghostly they may be. This is an archive, a library devoted to history and scholarship. There must be a record there of the elf that spawned the corrupt. I can't say where its entrance lays. The whispers that speak of the archive are all but drowned by our ancestors' grief.
Be grateful that you don't feel the need.
She wasn't the tree. She wasn't the tree but became.
The blazing blue flame seems to even a triple side.
Blessings be, it's good to control my own mind again. Not much more than you've been told, I'm afraid. She made a deal with some mighty dark forces. I'm not sure that even my voice knew the terms. It was...
picking that up. I could try moving it. What's this? I found something. Higher history. Lost and buried. What's this? I found something.
I feel my source power draining at the
My
merest
lucky
touch.
day. The third
Tenebrium is truly a material of the void.
The transparent artifact glimmers of its own accord, as if conducting light from another world, another plane of living. As your hand nears it, it shivers and speaks. You listen closely, but while you think you've heard similar utterances in the past,
Anan falan revel.
it's a crystal blade, seemingly separated from its hilt. The object repeats its indecipherable twaddle.
Not just another oddity, it would seem. It spoke to me.
I feel my source power draining at the merest touch. Tenebrium is truly a material of the void.
It's to tirakaquechilums.
A moment passes, then you feel it. Clarity.
Friend, kin, if you speak my name, you know my torture. Please, don't judge me too harshly for the sick. I can be free. My soul cleansed. And great it will continue to be. Yet you awakened me from nightmare with a single utterance, my name, and I'm grateful for that. Remember this lesson when you leave Blood Moon Island. The demon blackens another land now. Speak its name, however, and you expose it. You weaken it. You'll know him when you find him, a doctor that accommodates a destroy it, and you free me to the Hall of Echoes. Now come closer. I'll say the demon's name only once.
The spirit's voice is a
Adramalik. Naivety. Stupidity. Call it what you want. I wished to put the source within me to good use, and demonology seemed as good a use as any. I meant to summon an imp or two. Instead, the roaring in my head. The craving for living flesh. Urges. Good gods, the urges. And then, awake, on an isle I'd never been, encircled by faces I'd never seen, watched by a man I'd never known. They called him Doctor. He shouted strange words, and the demon bellowed. Then, one by one, they fell. I watched my own hands slaughter them. I tried to resist, but I couldn't. And then a final roar, when the demon rushed away and into the only one still standing. That was my last living memory. The demon may be gone, but its disease still, and I've suffered. The Isle has...
It is a dark thing to contemplate a demon's name.
Jahan looks at you utterly flabbergasted, but soon an air of serenity descends upon him. That of
Adramalik. You have to admire his cunning. To think that in his God... Thank you, Godwoken. You have done me. You must go your path, I mine, so that I may confront the archdemon. Please accept this token of you have done me a great service. The time has come to serve you, if I can. Are you ready, Losa?
Right. Really? Okay.
I won't lie. This will be rough, Losa. Our foe is a true arch. There is a great power in names. Just like Source, with his name we may... As for you...
His dark eyes flash.
You must not disturb...
He nods respectfully in return, then focuses on Losa once more.
Close your eyes.
Jahan takes Losa's hands and begins inhaling slowly, deeply. Then exhale. They begin to hum in unison. A low rum. The humming grows louder and louder.
Quiet! Adramalik!
Losa suddenly lunges forward, her hands reaching for Jahan's throat. Jahan steps away, and Losa tumbles to the ground before quickly scrambling. Losa's eyes are ink black, her skin corpse grey. Her chest heaves in rapid pulses as she stares in...
Adramalik, thousand-named nemesis, Lord of Soot, come, shake black hands with me.
This is none of your business, Jahan. How many times do I have to convince you to keep your...
Listen to me, demon. I know why you chose her. I know what it is you fear the most, and therefore desire the most. But I'll...
Losa's a good host, Jahan.
Mashtuna Pathan Shdanelu, Cowmail Saravel, Damarail Saravel.
He places a palm on Losa's forehead. She falls to her knees, seemingly overcome by some...
You petulant would-be king. You're nothing.
Cowmail Saravel, Damarail Saravel.
Losa's eyes roll back in her head. She groans, her face slack and lifeless, while her body racks with spasms. Jahan draws his palm back from...
It's no use. It's too late. I failed her. The demon Losa's soul is buried very deeply, deeper than ever before. Adramalik may never allow her to resurface again. She's lost, bewildered. She's fighting a battle for her life, for her very self. It's a battle she may yet win, even if only temporarily. But she'll need your... You must call her spirit back from the dark. Guide her into the light. Let your voice be the shepherd that...
She stirs, barely. Her eyes flutter open and dart around in a panic. They come to a focus on you.
Hey, Chief.
Well done. Very well done indeed.
Only just.
I am truly sorry, Losa, that I couldn't exorcise the demon, but do not despair. I will not give up on you. We must simply take a darker path still. Confront Adramalik in his lair. You almost have to admire his cunning. To think that in his guise of Deva, to the city of Arx you must go. I will travel. I will meet you both. You'll...
Hey. No. It was like dying. I was all alone in the dark. In the deep, deep dark. And I suddenly knew as clear as day that I didn't exist. That no... It was all I had in the darkness. What the hell do I do with that?
Tears stream down her cheeks. She steps forward.
I'm not even a real person, you know. I've got this thing in me.
She holds on to you for a long moment before stepping away.
I'm damn lucky I met you.
Second time's a charm? Or have I asked too much of you? Oh, very good. This, my friend, is the key. Give me some...
He holds out his hand expectantly.
Lovely. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Tarquin turns away.
I've plenty of... Oh, I see you have a full contingent. What's up, Chief?
Are you certain you want to dismiss your companion?
Oh, really now? Well...
I've plenty of fighters, so what'll it be? I've got a few good prospects for you in that case. Tell me some more about what you're after, and I'll see that you have just the right type at your side. A lot of choice, I know. And who couldn't? I have several who can fight their way out of a corner. Give me specifics. Straffen's the... Happy with your choice?
I got this morning, it's sweat. Can't get that.
Magisters dropping left and right.
An elf collects the wisdom of the ages. Learn from flesh and bone left behind.
Yeah? You're good.
Fill up on tales! You must be delighted by my new fame, notoriety, wonderful. But I must ask some uncomfortable questions. Are you ready to answer? It's your call. Elf collects the wisdom of the ages. Learn from flesh.
I don't know you.
She nods an uninterested.
Here for the fight. This is a tavern. People are drinking. Eventual pity.
She doesn't lift her gaze from her. She nods an
Here for the fight. This is a tavern. People are drinking. Well, I look for.
A look of recognition.
What'll it be?
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as he assesses you.
I'm sorry. I mistook you for a different I'm sorry. It's really you.
A smile spreads.
Now we're speaking the same language. So, let me ask you this. Across the world, who is renowned above all others for their... Well, I'm sure that in your own case, that sentiment is, my friend. The very best lovers are, whisper it, lizards. And for a barely... Well, this is what's available.
He holds out his hand. The money vanishes.
Now, let me ask you this. Upstairs, on the second floor, his name is Zara.
He gives you a mischievous grin.
Fill up on tales!
I know Magister's coming to me. I ain't.
Doesn't this room strike you as eerie? But, of course, I should hold my tongue.
Here now, when one's in a small... Have you a reason for barging into my room, sir? Ah, so it's dear Prudence who's responsible for... Still, no harm done, I suppose. Travels, you say? And why would you assume I'm a travelling man?
He laughs.
Of all things, I wouldn't have thought my cloak would give me away, but you're quite right, of course. I am travelling, yes, to Arx. Lucian's Day will be upon us soon. A celebration, no... Of course they are. I'm a wealthy man, as you... The merchant's burden, you see. He must escort his merchandise, always. Music to my ears. If there's anything else you need, know you're always welcome. I go, that's it. As a merchant, it is quite... What the devil are you staring at?
Your beard, my lord. It seems less lush somehow.
It's as lush as it's always been. Now train your eyes on my treasures, not my person.
Yes, my lord.
Ah, looking for another trade?
A lizard, tall and beautiful, turns towards you. He fixes you with a sultry look, and when he speaks, it's like listening.
I'm so glad you came.
He turns his back. A lizard, tall and beautiful, turns towards you.
I'm so glad.
He turns his back on you, and wait. A lizard, tall and...
I'm so glad you've come. Are you here to water my flowers? I've been so lonely since my man went away to fight the coming war. I need someone to take care of me. You're so masculine, darling. Won't you take care of me?
He gives you a cool look, then a flip.
Not in the mood for games. Me neither. So, what shall we do? I like a lover who likes the arts. Here we go. There once was a fellow called George.
He takes a step towards you.
Who tended to get very bored.
He arches an eyebrow and takes two more steps towards you.
He complained to his missus.
He gives you a wry smile. There's a glint in his eye.
She asked him for kisses.
He lays a hand upon your hip, kisses you lightly on one cheek, delicately on the other. Then he kisses you on the lip.
And then she said, "Oh, darling."
He leans into you and kisses you passionately, his forked tongue probing. He takes you into his arms, your world in ecstasy.
Good morning, lovebirds.
Good morning, Gil. Hey, this is my lover. Lover, this is my friend Gil.
Shut it, Longbow.
I'm sorry, darling. It's a setup. You paid
To wit, we're taking all your stuff. If you want it back, you can take it up with Lohar. Reckon that's for you to figure out.
He gives you a...
I'm sorry, darling.
And time is money. So if we're all clear on what's happened, we thank you for your cooperation.
Bye, Gil. Oh, look at you, lover. You're like a baby deer who's lost its mum. Darling, Gil works for Lohar. Everyone works for Lohar. Your stuff's Lohar's stuff now. Forget it. Think of it as an opportunity to get yourself news.
He smiled.
It was worth it, wasn't it? Now...
He thinks for a moment.
Do I want to go again?
He looks you up and down, starts to laugh, shakes his head. No, so...
Goodbye.
Stick to your own kind is my advice.
He gives you his mischievous grin.
I did promise you the experience of a lifetime.
His lip quivers. You expect him to be afraid.
They have me over a barrel. They do. You have to believe me. It's hard enough to earn a crust around here, and me and the young'un, we've been... Oh, sir. The little one was left. Livy. The child's name is Livy. She stays in the kitchen while I work. Go look. I'm not, I swear.
He gives you an earnest look.
Same as I've been doing.
The cook acknowledges.
There's nothing here for you, brother. You should go back out front, where it's safe. Livy, you say? The child of Loverick? Livy was no child of Loverick's.
The cook slides a wooden spoon into a simmering pot of broth. She lifts out.
This is Livy. Was Livy. Loverick didn't like goats. Once I'm through boiling her bones, he'll be rid of her for good. Good luck to you.
That lying waster seems to have legged it.
Wealth of knowledge, not of shiny trinkets. They know the past, so the future may be bright.
You've got enough in front of you.
Better not be giving Boss a hard time.
Lohar rubs his forehead beneath his...
So? Good spot to ground ships. I sent some of my best people. I'm counting on you.
Tell the truth now. Don't let me... You're making this much harder than it needs to be.
Lohar rubs his...
So?
I almost feel bad for you. Almost.
I almost feel bad for ya. Almost.
Come, sis. What did you think was gonna happen? Come, sister. What did you think was gonna happen?
You're one of us. How could you do it?
You're making this much harder than it needs to be.
Could be worse, you know.
Hard to say how.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
What is it? I should certainly hope send the little bloke killed. What is it?
Wood to wood, birth to birth.
Go no farther. You are.
Go no further. We are at ritual. Do not disturb us.
The elf shakes his head.
This place is not for you.
Go no farther.
I see you.
Wood to wood, earth to earth, wood to wood, birth to birth.
Go no further. We are at ritual.
The elf shakes his head.
This place is not for you. Go no further. We are at ritual. Do not disturb us.
The elf shakes.
This place is not. Go no further. We are at ritual. Do not disturb us.
The elf shakes his head slowly.
This place is. Go no further. We are at ritual.
The elf.
This place is not. Go no further. We are at ritual.
The elf shakes.
This place is. Go no further. We are at ritual. Do not.
The elf.
This place is not for.
I see you. Winter shudders with ice and snow. Autumn rumbles
The totem stares ahead,